Hello everyone and welcome to another video on the Cycling Dane channel about the Giro d'Italia. Of course, today was the final stage in Milan and we saw a very peculiar incident with Matteo Sobrero. Sobrero was doing absolutely imperious ride here and it looked like he might even be able to challenge the likes of Filippo Ganna and even Remy Cavagna. Filippo Ganna, of course, had bad luck of his own where he punctured, and of course we covered it in a different video. Remy Cavagna unfortunately crashed in the final moments of the stage. But nonetheless, what we'll look at now is what happened to Matteo Sobrero of Astana Premier Tech. So with 1.2 kilometers to go, we can see what team cars normally do when they see a rider who's faster pull out of the back to basically make sure that they don't benefit the rider and don't impede the rider as well. And the final corners of this stage was actually a bit tricky, a bit weaving in a way, and have had a few sharp turns that were also particularly narrow. And we see that come to fruition later on as Matteo Sobrero is almost about to catch the Adronio Giocattoli man, but we can also see in front of him the Groupama FDJ car here, and I don't quite understand why they're letting team cars in so deep into a time trial. You know, if anything happens here, of course, they step off, they hand the bike to the rider, and we saw that with Filippo Ganna. That was quite close to the finish where he punctured, but these riders, they aren't thinking about winning the stage, so it seems a bit peculiar here. But we can see the Adronio Giocattoli rider there just trying to get to the side of the car. And Sobrero is actually benefiting from the drag here from the FDJ car. So he can't be too fussed about the car actually being here. But we can also see the Groupama FDJ rider up the road. Nonetheless, Sobrero manages to leave the Adronio Giocattoli rider and basically draft the Groupama FDJ rider to come to the side of the car in the corner. And then he bashes on the window of the car. And why did he do this? Not quite sure. Did this actually impede Sobrero in any way? I would say that it arguably helped him with the draft he was getting, but nonetheless, he manages to take over that Groupama FDJ rider, who indirectly was the cause of that car being there, and manages to finish in 4th place. He might have lost out a place, so he could have potentially challenged Edoardo Effini, but I don't think he would be challenging the win of Filippo Ganna, despite Filippo Ganna actually having trouble of his own with a rear wheel puncture. So Matteo Sobrero probably was robbed a podium position of this year's stage. But yeah, just a bit of last minute Giro d'Italia frustration there from the Astana Premier Tech rider, and we don't quite see that often. And yeah, I really don't understand why they let the team cars so deep into the stage, considering how narrow the roads were. And you know, riders are definitely going to catch each other because they are all varying time trial abilities, and many of these riders were taking it particularly easy because it was the last day. And on top of that, we do know that when it comes to the GC riders, there's actually a gap of 3 minutes. So maybe that's something they should think for future events like this, like time trial stages. But again, just make the roads not as narrow potentially. And yeah, if they did make it a 3 minute gap, that would be a very long stage as well. So yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to share my thoughts on this very bizarre incident of the closing moment of the Giro d'Italia. And of course, thanks every single one of you who subscribed. We have hit over 10,000 subscribers now. And yeah, this video is definitely going to go tomorrow, and that will be on the Cycling Dane Extra channel, of course, so it doesn't pollute our normal channel. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and of course, have a nice day.